Hi, it's Peg and Des,
Sons of Anarchy.
So this was a crazy season finale, a major character death.
Yes.
A major murder by another character, which is a major plot point, setting us up for the last season of the show.
Yes.
Before we dive in, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to our channel and leave us comments. What did you think of the finale?
Absolutely. And also, we apologize for the delay in this video. We did this video a couple days ago via Hangouts and things just quite didn't work out. So thank you guys for requesting it and hanging in there with us. So let's talk about this episode. Tara is dead.
I mean, in a way, you probably should have seen it coming, because she was gearing up to die the whole season with her behavior.
Kurt Sutter also said in the after shows that he was going to kill Tara. So we knew at some point it was going to happen. I just didn't anticipate it was going to happen like that.
No, me neither. I mean, that was probably one of the most shocking things I've ever seen. The way Gemma just pounced on her. And I mean, we've seen these women kind of get physical with each other. Right. But for it to go down like that.
And usually, when they do get physical, Tara has a little bit of a fight in her. It was like Gemma's blind rage was just so overwhelming that Tara didn't even have a sliver of a chance of even a smattering of hope to get out of that situation. I thought that Gemma was going to beat her bloody and put her in the hospital. I didn't think she was going to kill her.
I mean, Tara's a 30-something-year-old woman, and Gemma's pushing 50 at least. We called her a septuagenarian in the past.
Yes.
This woman had the strength of 10 men.
She was just so...
She was like treating her like a rag doll.
The pills, the alcohol, the rage, the sadness. Old girl had just gotten dumped by Nero.
And Unser, playing the part of the monk in Romeo and Juliet, comes and tells Gemma, guess what, Jack's going to prison for God knows how long, and you can surmise how that's going to go down. Right. But it didn't, that's the reason why Jack was going to prison is because he decided to turn himself in, not because Tara ratted him out.
Of course, but Gemma doesn't know that, and it's so tough to watch these scenes when you, as the viewer, know more than the character knows, because you're like, don't do it, it's not that bad, but it had to go down like that. I mean,
for the way she just like, first she drowned her, right? She
don't forget, she hit her with the iron. So first she got hit with the iron. Then after that, then you got dragged to the sink and drowned. Then from there, it was time for the cooking prongs.
Right, that weird fork that you used to carve your Thanksgiving Day turkey. It must have been lying around since Thanksgiving. She just put that in poor Tara's neck. I couldn't believe it. And then the way that she just sort of sat there, like, she was almost like incoherently mumbling, like, I had to do what I had to do, I had to be done, I had to be done. Right. And then who comes to the rescue? My boy Juice.
Well, no, remember Rockman Dunbar comes in. Right. So Rockman Dunbar comes in and puts her on notice. What did you do?
I love the look on his face, because he's looking at it like it's a tragedy, right? Right. It's like, what happened to you?
You just killed family. You killed your grandson's mother because you thought something happened that did not actually happen. He puts her on notice that it didn't happen, and Gemma is in absolute disbelief. It's like she goes from being shocked by her behavior to now being shocked by the situation. Then Juice comes in and kills Rockman.
I was shocked that Rockman Dunbar got... I think I was more surprised that Rockman Dunbar got shot than that Tara got killed.
I don't know what I was expecting Juice to do in that situation, because I've been thinking about what alternate plot lines could have taken place, but I also wasn't expecting that.
Well, I think Juice, you know, Jax went up to him and said, you betrayed me. Yes. Right? And I think Juice saw a chance at redemption, and in that quick split second, he made a decision that he was going to protect Gemma at all costs. Now, my question is, does that make him Jax's friend, or does that make him Jax's enemy?
Precisely, because one could say that he is further betraying Jax by covering up the fact that his wife's killer is his mother, or he's protecting Jax by keeping his mother out of prison. Right. So Juice did what he thought was best. Juice thinking is not the move, because you notice how Juice took all the items in whole. He burned nothing, he put Clorox on nothing, he tossed it in the local garbage can at the top of the heap, and I think that was the garbage behind the ice cream shop. That looked like those garbage cans.
It looked like a very obvious spot. Nothing was separated.
Nothing.
Everything, DNA all up in the clothes.
It was a mess. I mean, how many times on this show have we seen people head out to any number of random railroad tracks, holes in the wall, ditches in the ground, alleyways, all of those places that they go to do their dirt? He could have easily dropped, burned that stuff, spread the ashes. But Juice, I really feel like, has just set us up for what will unravel over the course of season 7.
Well, let's face it, this isn't a secret that can be kept. Right? I mean, Jax and Tara had actually reconciled, and I mean, I thought the reconciliation was a little sad. I mean, I really believed in Jax and Tara's love at the end of, not last season, but the season before, when they got married. And their relationship has slowly been unraveling since.
Right.
They, did come together, and there was a sadness there. I guess it was because he was going to go to prison, but he loved her.
Absolutely.
And when he saw her body on that kitchen floor and he just held her and gave that cry, that howl, it was like soul wrenching.
Right. Well, the interesting thing is that Tara has been talking to him for who knows how long about the fact that they need to get out and do something differently. Then she stopped talking and she started plotting. She's like, if you can't get down with me and making a change, I'm going to make a change on my own, which has been the premise of her character the entire season. Now, it's like, after all of that, after all of me trying to get you out of this, you finally come to an agreement that we need to get our children out, and then I die.
Yeah.
I mean, it is absolutely as tragic as it possibly could be, because Tara spent the entire season trying to save her boys, and in the end, she can't even save herself from her own family.
And so, Gemma can't get away with this. She's gonna have to, she's gonna have to reckon with Jax.
Well, what's crazy is Gemma was put in prison for a false crime against Tara, and now Gemma may walk for a real crime against Tara.
She might walk legally, but she's not gonna walk away from Jax. Right. And we've seen the kind of justice that Jax...
she actually may want to call CCH and get CCH to put her in prison on the strength of protection from her own son.
Let's talk about CCH, because CCH kind of had me in this episode.
She was the Morgan Freeman of the episode. She was giving us old black God. Like, let me come down and give you the come to Jesus meeting and tell you who you should be as a human.
I kind of love when she sat down with Jax. She was like, look, let's set aside all the stuff that's going on in our personal relationship. I'm gonna talk to you like a friend.
Right.
And I'm not your friend, but I'm gonna talk to you like a friend.
Your friend, the DA.
And as a friend, you are falling down on your job as a husband and a father. Right. And that is your first responsibility, sir. Yes. And she set him straight.
Yes, and what's interesting is a lot of what she was saying to him was echoed in what he was writing in front of the gravesite, or at the gravesite at the opening of the episode, where he was talking about everything that he does is for his sons, although that had dual meaning, because if you notice, there was some camera time on his actual Sons of Anarchy ring. Yes. So it's clear that he may be saying one thing, maybe meaning another. There's still, I feel like, dual loyalties going on with Jax.
Well, now he's a single father, and I pray for those boys. My heart hurt for those boys, because now they're left to Jax and the Sons of Anarchy.
And Wendy. Wendy, don't forget about Wendy, because season 7 may be the rise of Wendy. No more pounding speedballs into old girl's arms. She got to get her Betty Crocker on. So she may be the new mother figure back in the fold.
Right. In a tragic way, she will benefit from this.
She very well may. If she can get clean and get herself back into position, she very well may be able to reclaim the matriarch role.
But in a way, like, I think extricating yourself from the Sons is the way to go. That's the move. Not putting yourself back in. Look at Nero. Nero's extricating.
But see, Nero is backing out of the Sons into a whole new big old bag of foolishness. It's like Nero has not made a down payment on that piece of property he's been talking about for the last 2-3 seasons. No. I don't understand what piece of farmland he's trying to buy. Is it the Skywalker Ranch that that George Lucas owns? Because what's the problem, Nero? You asked Gemma to run away with you. Gemma said no. What's preventing you from taking your child and you all moving off to the countryside?
I don't know. Nero is you're right. Nero, once Gemma said no to him, and then he rightfully dumped her because he realizes nothing good comes of being around Gemma.
Right.
He should have packed up his kid and headed off to greener pastures.
He is still flipping hookers, still talking about yayo, still, you know, pushing guns, and now he is at the table again. Because at least when he was messing around with Jax, he was on the side. It's like, okay, I've got the little bit of legitimate business, I'll manage that. Now he's with the Mayans, he is all up in the mix, and everybody knows the Mayans and Black are going to have a serious problem next season because they killed all the Black people at the gun trade.
The Chinese, you mean?
No, the Black people.
Oh, the Mayans killed the
Right, remember, the Black people killed the Chinese, and then the Mayans were supposed to go buy some guns and decided not to pay for them. Just shot everybody up.
Well, I don't know. I don't think Nero's going to last out next season. I know you love him, but I don't think he's going to last out next season.
Nero, my hero, to survive.
Well, he's already did the right thing by dumping crazy-ass Gemma. So, points to him for that.
So, yeah, I don't think that... There were a couple of questions I saw on the blogs about whether Jax would be accused of Tara's murder.
Yes.
Don't think that that's going to happen because the gun on the floor will not match the Rockman-Dunbar ballistics. The murder weapon that was used to kill Tara is no longer at the scene of the crime. It's missing. And then also, why would Jax still be there?
Right.
I don't think that CCH is even going to charge him with this crime.
Well, I think that, honestly, he doesn't have time to be charged with a crime. He's got too many other issues to deal with. Gemma, I feel like the Gemma showdown is going to be a big one.
It's going to be epic.
I can't see any way out of it for her. He's going to have to kill her. But he's got to deal with the Mayans. He's got to deal with a whole host of problems. So he doesn't have time for jail anymore. Bobby may think he's now the new head of the Sun.
You notice that Chibs didn't seem like he was the most excited about Bobby's announcement. I noticed that too. I was wondering if that's going to be a source of contention next season.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you spend this whole time trying to be right-hand man. Bobby, like, disappears, and then all of a sudden he gets promoted over you. It's, you know, it sucks.
It does suck. It does suck. So we'll see what happens between the two of them. But the showdown of next season is Jax v. Gemma.
I don't think anybody's going to survive it.
You think the whole, like, all cast members are dead? Except Unser and the 2 kids.
Exactly. Unser has cancer.
Wait, Unser with cancer is going to outlive everybody.
Right.
I can't wait until the next season comes back because I'm interested to see if they're going to resolve this very quickly and move on to other plot lines, or if they're going to make this the plot line for season 7.
I think they're going to make this the plot line because Jax is, like, he's basically completely destroyed at this point. And it started with Opie's death.
Yes.
And now Tara's death. And I think that having to kill his mother is going to be it for him.
I mean, he already killed Clay.
Yeah, but that's not his mother.
Right.
You know?
Right, true. Very true. All right, so thank you for hanging out with us this season. We appreciate it. Leave us some comments. Let us know what you think is going to happen in season 7.
All right, everyone. Bye.
Bye.